Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to this video. This is the first video I've uploaded on this channel in like a year and a half ago now. I'm up on the coast, chilling by the beach. The beach is literally right over there. Just got home from it. It's dope. I've been really going hard on Instagram lately, and I wanted to show you all how I edit the photos I upload on Instagram. I'll put a few examples on screen. But yeah, let's get straight into it without further ado. So, I'm on my phone right now. I'm gonna overlay it on screen, do something cool like that. But, where's my Photoshop app? So I'm going to show you the photo we're going to do. We're going to do this one today. I keep thinking I have to show you guys, but you can see it. It's right on screen. But yeah, I've been loving Instagram. I've been loving, getting in front of the camera instead of always being behind it. But, this is the photo we're going to be doing today. I've posted it a few days ago. If you want to check out my Instagram, link in the description. Posting cool shit. So what I do is I use two apps. I use Lightroom and I use Snapseed. I used to only use Snapseed until I watched Benjamin Sadish video on how he edits his Instagram photos. Okay, cool. So we got it in, there we go. What we're gonna do first is I go over to light. I'm gonna bump up the contrast. So the contrast just shows, like, you can kind of see on screen now, like it makes it flat or really like vibrant. So I like bumping that up a lot because I do something later on that kind of counteracts this, so I like to put it up a bit more. I'm gonna take off my glasses just so I can, because they're blue light blocking glasses, they kind of mess with color a little bit. Let's see that. I'm just holding on screen so I can kind of see the before and after. So that's before, that's after. I like that. And then highlights and shadows I mess with, because that also helps with contrast. That's kind of how you can do contrast without actually doing the contrast. It's just messing with the highlights and shadows. So like the bright bits are the highlights, so I'm going to bump them up a bit. And shadows are the darker bits of the photo, so I'm going to bump them down. I'm just going to turn my brightness all the way up. So that looks pretty good. You can tell it looks quite flat, and now it looks quite punchy and vibrant. And then I'm mostly going to bump up the whites just to give it an overall brighter look. Benjamin Sadish said it best, you know, it helps you color match all the whites in your photos, so it just looks nice. So I like how that looks for the light. But for color now, I'm gonna get rid of greens because I'm not a fan of greens either. So I'm gonna put that all the way down. There's not many other colors in this photo, so I might actually keep the vibrance of it up there. Don't want it to be lighter or darker. I want it to be darker because my shirt's white, so I want to make my shirt pop. So I'm gonna make them darker, and because they're now kind of yellow now, I want to make them more orange. So I might actually not do that. Yeah, I might lower the saturation of them. Okay, I don't mind that. It makes me pop. It makes my shirt pop in the photo. Do I want to do... If I do lighter, it kind of gives a beach vibe, but if I do it dark, it makes me pop more. So I'm gonna keep it dark. I think that's all I want to do for that. The white balance is fine. I messed with that when I was actually shooting the photo, so I don't mind that. My brother actually does all my photography for me at the moment, which is super cool. Go bump up the texture a bit just so it gives it, if you can see like on the rock specifically, you can see all the like grains and texture pretty much. But you can see all the grains and the texture pretty much. So I'm gonna bump that up a bit. Not too much though, because I don't want to mess with my skin too much. But yeah, that should be about okay. Because you can see also on the if I mess with it again, you can see on the grass like it looks all flat, and when you bump it up, you can see all the texture in that. So it's really cool. For clarity, I'm gonna increase that a little bit because that's like depth, especially if you look around my neck and chest area. It does add like depth and makes it look kind of like more layered, you know. I'm not sure if that's the right word. I'm not gonna add a vignette on here because I haven't cropped it or anything. I normally save that for Snapseed. Gonna go over to the detail panel. I'm gonna bump up the sharpness. You always do it just a little bit, just to, you know, make everything look a bit sharp. Don't do it too much though here. And one thing I do is I do noise reduction just to smoothen everything out, because if you look at, like, it makes everything look like super glossy and smooth. So I'm just gonna add a bit of that as well. That's the before, as you can see. That's the after. So it looks way punchier, way nicer. I do want to go back to light though, and I want to bump up the actually I do want to bump up the exposure just a tad. You gotta be real careful with exposure because you can just completely fuck your whole photo. Oh, gotta get demonetized, even though I'm not monetized. Whoops. Yeah, so I'll bump that up to like about 0.23. I think that should be good. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is click the save button, and I'm gonna export to camera roll. That's been exported. Now we're gonna jump into Snapseed. Snapseed's free. Both programs are actually free, I think. Although I do have Creative Cloud, so I don't know if Lightroom's free or not. Open from device. There we go. Okay, so we have it open. First thing I do is crop it for Instagram. So it's a 5x4 crop on Instagram, which is just like this, vertically or whatever. So that's what I think looks best on Instagram. But what I did when I actually shot this photo, and like, because I've already posted this, is I didn't do the full body because I kind of wanted to emphasize on me. Although this actually doesn't look too bad if I include the shoes. But I don't like how the shoes look in it. They're kind of like not proportionate because I used a wide angle lens. So I'm going to crop in on myself a bit more. This is what I did when I actually posted the photo. Gonna try and center myself a bit, I think. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm just gonna hit the tick. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with how that looks. What I want to do now is go to looks, and I always put on a portrait or a smooth, depending on the shot. The smooth doesn't work. I normally go with portrait. So if you look, that's where it is currently. And if I add a portrait, it kind of separates me from the background even more. So I'm gonna add a portrait. And then I'm going to go to tune image up the top left. And if you just click on the screen, like anywhere, and you drag up and down, it lets you adjust all the other options. So I'm going to start with brightness. Actually, no, I'm going to start with contrast, and I drag the contrast all the way down. So it kind of, if you can see, it flattens the image out. But because we bumped up the contrast so high before, it doesn't ruin it. So it actually gives it a nice kind of flat, contrasted look, which is what I've been going for on my Instagram lately. I'm going to put a screenshot of like a few examples of what I've done with that on screen as well, but I want to zoom in a bit more. I don't want to go too overboard with this, so that's what it looks like now. If we flatten it out a bit, yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, I think that's good. Actually, I'm gonna go a bit over what I would do, and I'll tell you why in a second. Because if we hit the tick there and we go down, and we actually no, I'm gonna do that because we're meant to do it in tune. Damn it. No, if we go to tools, tune. Okay, so we're gonna go to contrast again. There we go. So if we flatten that down, I think I added about like here. Okay, so that's good. And then if I go down to highlights and we bump them up again, it will still give us that contrasted look. That'll look nice. And then shadows. I lower the shadow just a tad, not a lot, just enough to make it look cool. It's so hot today. Like, I've turned the aircon off to record this video, so I don't have aircon in the mic audio. And I'm wearing like a flannel, and it is hot. Okay, I like how that looks, I really do. I think that looks pretty good, so I'm gonna hit the tick on that. And normally I just mess around with a few things. Sometimes I do nothing. Sometimes I just cut it right here, and it'd be good. For this photo, it'd probably be fine. Yeah, it'd be good enough just to leave it like this. But I'm gonna click on portrait, and that adds like a white glow to my face and kind of a darkened glow to the background. So it works if you have a face in the photo. As you can see, this is before, this is after. It just makes me pop more, so I'm gonna add that. And I don't really adjust anything. I kind of keep it the default settings for that. Glamour glow, I want to see what that looks like. This can work. I'm gonna add just a very minor one. It just kind of adds a cool little glow. Although I'm not sure if I actually want it on this one. That's before, that's after. It looks better without it, so I'm just gonna, no, I'm not gonna add that. I'm not sure. Do I want to add anything else? But yeah, you can mess around. I mean, I'd never add HDR script just to make it look ugly. Like, look at that. But that was actually kind of a weird look. You can do black and white if you want. Black and white always looks dope. You can mess around with settings. But I'm not going for that. That would actually look kind of cool for this photo. Not gonna lie, if I actually did it properly. But that's about it. Then I just click export and create a copy with permanent changes, and that's all I really do for my Instagram photos. So I want to be making more cool photography, lifestyle kind of content. I'm out on the beach now, just chilling on holidays this week, and I was like, yo, I've loved being shooting photos for Instagram this week. It's been super dope. If you're new, drop a sub, hit the like button. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, everyone.